Konami Studios.
The Union, issue number 5. That's right, folks. It's here, the finale of a really good book, actually. You know, it was a King in Black tie-in. Before that, it was an Empire tie-in. But we got a solid 5 issues of some new characters that are genuinely interesting. And I actually enjoyed myself reading this. I thought it was a really fun book. Britannia is still my favorite. I wish she was there the whole time, but we'll get into it. Solid read. You know, if they ever make the trade of this, which I hope they do, I would recommend picking up the trade because it's a different kind of Marvel book. It's a little more loose feeling. You know, it's got different characters. You are experiencing things across the pond from your standard Marvel fare, which is kind of fun to see. You know, I thought that might be an enjoyable thing to do, and it was pretty fun. So, we ended last issue. The Darwin bitch, he took the Emperor Stone, I think is what they called it, and he became the ultimate evil. We have to stop him. You know, Doc Croc's like, ugh, great. Another villain to fight against, and everything like that is just going poorly. So we're all going to have to take down Darwin. It's not really be working. You know, we see that Union Jack's coming in for the fight, hopefully to do the right thing, but it's Union Jack. What are you going to expect? You know, he's about to get attacked by Doc Croc, but he gets blocked because, like I predicted, because it was pretty obvious, it's the same color scheme. Not that that's a bad thing, you know, but Scream, who was working with Doc Croc, was actually the choir in disguise, or not even a disguise, maybe just trying to figure out herself. They don't really explain what she was doing, but you don't have to, I guess, like it's not a big deal. But it's the choir, so she's back as the good person, and suddenly, as Union Jack's about to attack Darwin, we see that the ghost of Britannia just escapes from his body and comes in to attack him. But suddenly, Darwin's like, oh, this was unexpected. Nonetheless, I think we'll be okay. Suddenly, the whole building explodes. Steve Darwin comes flying out. All of our characters are pretty much injured and broken. And we get it's just weird to me that I just wasn't expecting this part of the book, but it's kind of just like Union Jack is Luke Skywalker and Britannia is like the ghost of Obi-Wan telling him what to do. We have to get the team together. I'll need the help from all of you. It's just weird. It's funny. It's cool. So they all head outside. Snakes is no longer covered up in his uniform. He's just a pile of snakes looking like a man. Not even looking like a man, just a bunch of snakes in the shape of a body. It's awesome. You know, Darwin's floating over top of a bridge, looking to attack the people, and we got to figure out something to do, but nobody really knows what to do. Union Jack decides, I'm just going to hijack a car, go drive down there and stop him. But of course, Bulldog's like, yo, Snakes, why don't we do a fastball special? And he, of course, Snakes being snakes, literal snakes, he's never heard of that, so he just kicks him towards Darwin, knocks him down, and it works. So our team shows up. They're ready to attack. And, of course, they kind of get their asses kicked. The lady's going to fall off the bridge, and Snakes goes to save her. But, of course, he's a monster. They don't know any better. And Darwin's like, look at your heroes. You're nothing. None of you have amounted to anything. You're all just terrible people. Look at you. Nobody wants you. You're just freaks and monsters. You're not Britannia's elite force. You're losers. So Steve's going to go walk down a street, and suddenly Union Jack just drives the car right into him, bursts through the window, doesn't do anything to any effect, gets his arm broken and just crashes onto the ground. You know, I really like this Union Jack portrayal because the guy is closer to John Walker than he is Steve Rogers in this. Just trying to do the right thing, not really getting there, but still the government's like, we need you because you are dangerous and kind of a loose cannon, so we can't have you getting too far away from the system. That's pretty fun. You know, that's pretty standard for Union Jack, so I like it. And then, when all hope seems lost, Doc Croc and his villains come in to try to attack Steve. And you know what? It's kind of fun. You know, the artwork, I think I've said it almost every issue. I think more in this one, I feel like the rush job, just because some of the stuff, it just doesn't look that good. Like, there's certain moments that look fantastic, like some like the artwork of Vulcania kind of getting her head caved in and is like blowing up, looks really cool. But then there's those moments where everything looks kind of plain and nothingness, but that's not terrible, I guess. You know, it's solid artwork. It doesn't do anything terrible or, like, wrong. It's just kind of different and an interesting approach to it. So Doc Croc's characters, they die. I don't know if they die. They don't win the day. Steve's going in, everything's looking hopeful, and then we get, like, Union Jack on the ground, and then Obi-Wan Kenobi comes to talk to him like, yeah, I used my body to protect you. It's not Obi-Wan, it's Britannia, if you guys didn't get that joke. It's okay. But Britannia's like, yeah, I used my spirit to save your body. Now I'm using my body to save your spirit. You get it, okay? You're fine, Union Jack. You got to go in and save the day. He doesn't think he can, but he should. So he goes and he punches Darwin in the head. We get a nice page where it's, the ghost of Britannia flowing through, like, Union Jack. And it's kind of cool. It's pretty interesting to see that. So with that hit, he drops the stone. Doc Croc gets it, but then Craig comes to attack him. And of course, we learn later that it's not actually Craig. It is Silwyn, and he used the last of his powers to take it back. And I think that's very cool. It's like you're wrapping up everything pretty nicely. I think that's a fun area to explore. It's pretty nice to see. So they take down Doc Croc. Quire gets one nice blow in there, and everything is hunky-dory with these new characters. We cut to a couple days later. Silwyn's just in a room. He's like, technically Steve Darwin didn't do anything illegal, but his company tanked after this. And as for the ghost of Britannia, well, she's just kind of like walking these halls and, just keeping everybody safe. Just kind of like the spirit of the Navy. Not the Navy, but you get it. Just like the spirit of, Britain. Just floating by, doing the right thing. As for, the Union, well, unofficially, they're not really a team anymore. So they can do what they want. Whatever that is, they can go do, and they can go be, a Marvel Legends box set exclusive on Amazon. You already got the build for Puck and Bulldog. You already got the bodies for Kelpie and Quire. Just make a big old snakes and re-release Union Jack. You got yourself a box set. That's all I'm gonna say. And yeah, it's fun stuff. So we end the book with Union Jack in the hospital, just kind of broken, literally destroyed, and everything's hunky dory. The Emperor's Stone's covered in dog shit. They hand it back to the authorities. It's fun. It's a fun way to end the book. It wasn't over dramatic. They beat Steve. They beat Doc Croc. Everyone ends the way it should, and it's kind of fun, If this is how you're going to bring back Britannia, it works for me, because at least her spirit lives on, being like the thing that's just going to wander Britain, saving people. That's kind of cool. I really like these characters. I really like their designs, and the story itself was kind of fun. I hope this continues in some form of anything, really. If these characters could appear anywhere, I think it'd be really enjoyable, really fun to explore. I could see them appearing in maybe a Doctor Doom story, because they're over in Europe somewhere. Maybe they're a team that's just trying to figure out how to do the right thing, but it's still pretty fun. I enjoyed this enough where I'd read more of it. And it was just nice to see, like a fun, pulpy story of characters across the pond. I enjoyed that aspect of it. And it's always nice to see Union Jack just be a dumbass. And I really think he did a great job of doing that. Very fun stuff. Very fun. So the Union issue number 5, I am going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, good luck.